All right, Charlotte is playing a dice game with her friends. The first round she lost 300 points. In the second round she gained 450 points. What is her score after the second round? So I know that signs are different, so I have to subtract. I get 150, and I know it's going to be positive because there are more positives than negatives. Mandy was flying a helicopter at an altitude of 500 feet. The helicopter descended 450 feet. What is her altitude now? So we were at 500, then we went down 450, so now we're at 50 feet. Georgia had $250 in her savings account. She makes a deposit of $75. What is her balance now? $325, because deposit tells me that it's a positive. Okay, the temperature was -4. Then the temperature decreased by 8 degrees. What was the temperature at 5 a.m.? So -4 minus 8, keep, change, change. -4 plus -8, -12 degrees. Crosby had $300 in his checking account. Over 1 week, he withdrew $50. So that's a -50. Then he wrote a check for 20, so that's spending more money. Then he deposited 60. What was his balance at the end of the week? So I'm going to combine the integers with the same sign. So that's 360. And then I have plus a -70. When the signs are different, you subtract, take the sign of the larger absolute value. So I have $290 left. The lowest point in Denmark is 7 meters below sea level. So that means I'm -7. The highest point is 173 meters above sea level. What is the range? So range tells me to subtract 173 minus -7. Keep, change, change. 173 plus 7. I have 180 meters. On a game show, Sheila was asked 6 questions and missed all 6. Her total score was -90. If each question was worth the same amount of points, how much was each question worth? So -90 divided by 6. Six goes into 35 times. And I know that I'm doing -90 divided by 6, so it's going to be -15. Darren borrowed $25 from his sister to buy a video game. If he made $15 mowing a lawn and gave the money to his sister, what is his current balance? Signs are different. I have to subtract, so I get -10. Kelsey's playing a board game. She gets to move ahead 2 spaces on 3 turns in a row, so that's 2 times 3. And then on her 4th turn, has to go back 4 spaces, so plus a -4. Write an integer to represent the overall change. So that would be a change of 2. At the end of August, a store is trying to get rid of their swimsuits to make room for fall clothes. The price of a swimsuit is reduced by $5 for each week for 6 weeks. By how much did the price of the swimsuit change during that time? So if it's reduced, that's a -5 times 6 weeks. So that's a -30 change. The temperature last night dropped 3 degrees every hour for 3 hours. Write this integer to represent the total change during this time. So -3 times 3, I get -9. The Roman Parthenon Wars began in 66 BC and ended in 217 AD. How many years did the conflict last? So we're going to do 217 minus -66. Keep, change, change. 217 plus 66. $283 years. Holy Toledo. Sloan was hiking 450 feet above sea level. Carson was scuba diving 70 feet below sea level. How far apart are Sloan and Carson? So 450 minus negative 70. Keep, change, change. 450 plus 70. I get 520. Kyle returned some books a day late to the library and had to pay a fine. The total change to the amount of money in his wallet was negative 45 cents. If the fine for each book was 5 cents, how many books did he return? So I have negative 0.45 divided by negative 0.05. Well, 45 divided by 5 is 9. And so it's going to be 9 cents. Or 9 books, I'm sorry. The melting point for nitrogen is negative 346 degrees. The melting point for radion is negative 96 degrees. How much colder is the melting point of nitrogen than radion? So keep, change, change. Negative 346 plus 96. Signs are different, so I have to subtract. I get 250 degrees. And they want to know how much colder it is. So I'm going to go with 250 degrees. And it's going to be positive because it's saying that it's colder. A football player lost 4 yards on one play and then gained 8 yards on the next. Write the integer to represent the total change in his position. Signs are different, so I subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, so I get 4. The Persian Wars in 1499 BC and ended in 1448 BC. How many years did the Persian Wars last? So I'm doing 448. Minus a negative 449. Keep, change, change. Negative 448 plus, oh, that's a 9. Jeez Louise. 499. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. So they lasted 51 years. During the first round of a game show, Jackson scored 300 points. After the second round, his total score was negative 300. How many points did Jackson score in the second round? So I had 300, then I lost some, and now I have negative 300. Well, to get to 0, I'd have to lose 300, and then to get to negative 300, I have to lose 300 more. So that means I had to lose 600 points. So I think it's going to be negative 600. Colton was on the 3rd floor of a hotel. He got on the elevator and ascended 9 floors. Remember, ascending is going up. So 3 plus 9 is 12. On Saturday, Max got a new computer for $350. He also got paid $200 for his after-school job. Write an integer to represent the overall change in the amount of money Max had. So he bought a computer, and then he got paid. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract, and I get negative 150 because sign of the larger absolute value is negative. All right, I hope you have a great rest of your day.